Hello and welcome back to my sewing vlog, The Seaside Sewist. I'm Natalie and I've been missing in action. Why? Well, just before Christmas I decided that this room, which is where my desk is, my sewing room, is not actually much bigger than this desk. So it's not even like, when we got the new carpet, what did we say? It's 2.5 meters by 2. So on this side, I've got a wardrobe. This is the desk, and then literally there is the window, which is looking very bare at the minute, which we will go into in a bit. So I decided that I wanted to strip it out. So when I sort of first moved in here 13 years ago, black and walnut were very in. So we literally put a black carpet down, a black and walnut wardrobe, black curtains, and it was literally a dressing room. It was somewhere for me to put my makeup on, do my hair and have my wardrobe. And then the little dressing table I had at the time, when I got my first sewing machine, I started using it like as a bit of a desk, which didn't really work. So then I bought this big IKEA desk, which was fantastic, but obviously never went in with the room. So everything came out and it got repainted, and yesterday I got a new carpet fitted and a new wardrobe fitted. And then from about 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon, I've been putting this room back together. I'm going to do a sewing room tour when it's completely finished, which is what I will get onto now. So this window, let's see if I can sort of tilt you around to show you. It's quite a big window. So I've got my plants and things in there. And the curtains used to sort of hang at the sides, but they were black as well. And I'm going to make a Roman blind. So I have bought a kit from Terry's Fabrics. So it's a Roman blind kit with all the cords and everything that you need in there. And it's a 90 centimetre one. So I'm going to hang it on the front of the window rather than in the recess. So it's got everything you need in there. It's also got instructions that I was reading last night, because last night I was trying to watch a couple of YouTube videos where there was one where it was fully lined, but it was all hand sewn. I don't actually like the instructions that come with this one. It's literally like, get your main piece of fabric, fold it over and sew it, and then sew these other bits on, which I don't like the look of the back of that, and I wanted it to be lined. So it is going to be a work in progress, I think. So off Manura, I actually bought some lining fabric and the main fabric for making this blind. So the room is very plain now. It's got a white wardrobe, light grey carpet, white walls. So I bought this cotton canvas off Manura to make a Roman blind and also a lampshade. So it's got like a dark cream background and then sort of diamonds of all these sort of multicolours. So I just think that'll just give the room a pop of colour. So that was from Minerva, and I also bought some lining fabric, which I think I am going to use, because even though I never used to draw the curtains, I felt like no one could sort of see in. But last night when I took something to the garage and I walked back round, you can actually quite see in. So I think I was originally just going to do the Roman blind just to finish the window off, but I think I'm going to actually use it as well. So that's a very different project to get my teeth into. So I'm also going to use the same fabric, and I've bought one of these lampshade kits. So I bought this, I think, off Amazon. And then when I went to Sew Fabrics in Darlington the other day, she sold them, so I would have rather have waited and bought one of her. But so you've got everything in there to make your own lampshade. So when I make both of those, I will share those with you. So I'm looking forward to doing something a little bit different. So this is a little bit of a catch-up video, literally, of what I've been doing, what I've been getting through the post, that sort of thing. I'm not massively into bias binding, but I'm wanting to use 2024 to just really look at my makes, and you know, I'm not massively into facings and things like that, so I wanted to have a little subscription, just a little one, and the Specky Seamstress had started doing a bias binding one, and I got my first bias binding the other week and literally just chucked it with everything else because my room was getting done. So if you haven't had, when did this come? If you haven't had February's Specky Seamstress bias tape, then look away now. So this month it was this lovely little sort of fishes on a lovely blue background, and straight away I know what I'm going to use that for. So I bought some Liberty fabric at Christmas, or just before Christmas, and it's like Poseidon. It's like all under the sea, but like with Neptune and things like that, so I think that'll be great on there. And I don't know whether it was just because it was my first one, I also got this patch which says Bias Tape Appreciation Society. So I don't know whether you get something like that every time or whether it was just because it was my first one. So I got that. I need to stop buying fabric, said no one ever. When I do my room tour, I'll be able to show you this better, but the wardrobe that I had filled the wall but was a little bit away from the wall, so it was a 90cm robe. No, it wasn't. 190cm robe, and so it was in two doubles of 80, and I had my clothes and all whatever in there. So this one fits the wall a bit better, and it's got two doubles of 75, so I've only lost 5cm per wardrobe, but I've gained like a nearly 40cm middle section that I've put a mirror on, and I've shelved it, and literally it's going to have like a lot of my craft stuff in. So where I was getting quite messy in here, and it was starting to really get to me because I've got like my desk and then a little trolley, but then there was just stuff piled. Started with a few little bits and then it just grew and grew, and at the minute it is just sort of shoved in that one door, but I'm gonna get some little storage boxes and I'm going to sort it all out, and there's going to be like cross stitch, wool, bag making, that sort of thing. So that's what I'm going to do. So because I haven't really sewed since my last social, so it's my social sewing day tomorrow, and I haven't really sewn since the one that I did a month ago, because I literally did that day and then emptied the room, so it's been like that for 3 or 4 weeks. But in sewing terms, that's quite a long time, so I haven't really done many crafty things. And I was wanting to get into knitting this year, so I live near a little local village called Mask by the Sea, and a couple of ladies who go to my sewing day live there, so we lived within 5 minutes of each other. And one morning we met up and we had breakfast in a lovely little cafe, and then we did some knitting. So I actually pulled it out afterwards. This is what I am up to. So I'm just practicing. So this is kind of, I'm making a snood. So this is my knitting. One of the ladies showed me how to cast on, and then I did a few rows and then realised it wasn't going to be long enough, so I unravelled it all and started again. So it's in this wool. I think I just literally got this from the pound shop. Yarn, sorry. and I was doing so well, and then I dropped a stitch, so I tried to pick it back up. I don't know whether I've been successful in doing that or not. It's kind of messed up here. I'll probably more on the front. So, but we had a lovely little morning. We were out about 3 hours actually doing that, so that was something to sort of satisfy my crafty craving when I couldn't be in my room. So we did that, and we're actually, my little group of, not my sewing group, my the socialites who are sort of from all over the country, we're actually meeting up on Friday in Leeds. Some of us want to learn how to knit, some want to learn how to crochet, and we're actually going for a little meet up and lunch, so I'll share that with you next time I do one of these chatty videos, but I'm really looking forward to that. I haven't seen them since the knitting and stitching show in October, which was actually in November, sorry. I haven't done this for so long, I'm just a bit discombobulated. So what else have I been getting? Ooh, big project. So this is a project literally for 2024, and a little while ago, Tamlin, who is such a bad influence because she just shows you something on the First for Fabrics website and then you just need to buy it. She was showing some waterproofing, and it was something stupid like £8.95 a metre. And I've wanted to make the Eden raincoat from Tilly and the Buttons for the longest time. Put a picture of it in here. You can make it as a duffel coat or an actual like raincoat, so I'm going to make the raincoat. So I bought this beautiful, it's literally just navy, but it's a waterproof fabric. I don't kind of want to get it all out, so I bought that, and again it just sort of got dumped because I was doing my room. So that's going to be a project that I'm going to work on all year. I also bought some of the woven interfacing as well. And this is how much I'm into this project at the minute. I then actually bought the waterproof seam tape. So I'm going to put this on all of the seams. So I haven't got any lining at the minute, and I'm thinking of just using one of my viscoses that I've got in my stash to do a lovely lining. But I'm not sure. And then last week, the little so Sewing North, my sewing social, we went to Darlington, which is about 40 minutes away from here. And it's just a little town. But we met for, I think there was 6 of us. We met for breakfast and went to a lovely place called Hatch Luncheonette. We had a gorgeous breakfast. And then we went to a great fabric shop that is in Darlington that I'd never been to before, called Fabrics. Now this place, I'll insert a couple of clips. It is absolutely rammed. It is packed to the rafters with fabric, kits, upholstery, fabric, oh god, you name it, it's in there. Quite overwhelming actually, but I'll definitely go back again. And I picked up a couple of fabrics. So the first one is a cotton jersey, and it is in this space theme. So it's quite a dark background and then just like planets. It's actually coming across on the screen a lot brighter than actually what it is in real life. It's quite muted. So it's my friend's son's birthday, 5th birthday, in a few weeks. So I'm just pick that up to make something for him. That's actually still dry and it's still a bit damp. And then I picked up this Morris Strawberry Thief fabric, which I do love a Morris print, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Look at the colours in there. You've got the little strawberries here. I got 1.5 meters of that, and it was a really good price. It was something like £9 a metre. And I'm just going to make a top out of it. So we went in there, and then before we came home, so this was just like a morning that we were out, we went into Boys, and it's actually quite a good one. So for anyone who doesn't know what a Boys is, it is sort of a cheap high street store that sells bits of anything and everything, gardening things, toiletries, electricals, you know, but it does have some fabric and haberdashery, and this is quite a good store. Some of them aren't so good, they've only got a small haberdashery, but this was quite good. And I got this gorgeous cotton, again for a top for holidays or in the summer or something. It's got a gorgeous bird on here, and I think these flowers are called birds of paradise, so I think it all ties in. And I've got 1 meter of that, and that was about £6, I think. So I didn't spend a lot, but I just had a lovely little morning out. Our next meet up like that actually is we're going to Dewsbury. We're going to go to Dewsbury on Wednesday, May the 8th. If anyone is interested and they want to come along, we're going to be going to Fabrics and Lucky Fashions and have some lunch. So if anybody would like to join in, you are more than welcome. And get saving now, because if you've never been to Fabrics, you're in for a real treat. So that is literally like everything that I have been acquiring. I might just share actually a couple of things that I've been loving. So I've literally just finished reading a 7-book series by Jeffrey Archer. Now you might think, Jeffrey Archer, but I started reading Jeffrey Archer books in lockdown, and he has written some fantastic books. And there's a series of books that I've just read over the last couple of years called the Clifton Chronicles. And it literally starts with a family in, I think, the early 1900s and goes through to about 1990 something. And so it follows this family and how a couple of families are intertwined and things like that. And it's just a really good series of books. So I'll link that in the comments below. But there's a few Jeffrey Archer books that I've read that are absolutely fantastic. Probably my favourite one is As the Crow Flies. If you've never read a Jeffrey Archer book, I would highly recommend it. I absolutely love reading his stuff. Another thing that I've been loving actually is, do you ever get into that rut with your skincare? You know, I'm early 40s now, and sometimes what you've been using on your skin you get in a rut and it stops working for you and that sort of thing. And one of the socialite ladies that I know is a Tropic ambassador, and I'd heard of Tropic but never really gone any further. And there is so with a few other designer brands, they do like a cleanser tone, a moisturizer, and Tropic do it, and it's called ABC. And you go into it and you choose what sort of cleanser you want, what sort of toner you want, what sort of moisturizer. At the minute they're doing a brilliant offer where you get a free tube of face mask, which is absolutely gorgeous. And I tried it a few months ago and my skin has never felt better. So I'll just put a little insert in here. The packaging and the bottles, so a lot of the bottles are glass bottles, are absolutely stunning, and the product is just gorgeous. Now, and I'm not an affiliate, I'm not getting anything for telling you about this. I'm just sharing it with you because I do love it. I will put a link for Caroline, Caroline's ambassador link. So if you do want to try it, if you go through Caroline, she gets a little bit of commission back. It's just my way of just shouting out that I do love the product. I think it is a fantastic product. So go and try that. And then probably one of the last things that I want to share with you is a chocolate. Now, you might have heard me saying on previous videos that I've got a dairy intolerance, and I shop in one of the big supermarkets, and I think this is one of their products, but it could be somewhere else. So I shop at Asda. And they do a range of vegan products now called OMV, and they've brought out this chocolate bar, and it is absolutely gorgeous. So it's caramel, what is it? Salted caramel fudge and honeycomb chocolate slab, and it is absolutely gorgeous. So even if you don't have a dairy intolerance, it's still gorgeous. But they do some lovely ready meals. They do loads of like chocolate and biscuits and cakey things, but the range is gorgeous. So that's just a little thing there, and I've nearly eaten it all. I only got it delivered yesterday, but it's far too moreish. So yes, I am back. I have got quite a lot of videos lined up that I want to film. I'm not going to share too much, but they're a little bit different. Not just sort of what I made and what my plans are. I want to go a bit more in depth with like reviews on patterns and some different content for you. So if you don't already subscribe, please hit the subscribe button. And I don't know why I did that, because it's probably not there, because I don't know how to do that. Give me a thumbs up if you have enjoyed this video, because YouTube will be wondering where I've been for the last probably 4 weeks. And until next time, I will see you soon. Bye.